Afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at Neil Young and Great Crazy Horse's road movie, Muddy Track, which was shot in 1987 on the Landing on Water and Life tours. Um, in 1987, um, Neil was in the throes of dealing with a record company that didn't exactly back him because he was releasing what they called uncharacteristic albums, basically non-commercial albums, and he was into his kind of techno phase still that started with trance and and so and he he had just released Landing on Water, and he was on the road with the horse, and decided to make a tour movie. Now, now, Muddy Track, um, Muddy Track kind of starts the way Journey Through the Past started, it kind of starts with a elevator door opening and somebody walking down a hallway, and actually it's basically just a and Neil was really heavy into filming at that time. So what he would do is he had a little camcorder that he called Otto, and he would actually film the reporters asking him questions, and he would also like film portions of the gigs, and it's a really cool movie. But during this time, tensions within Crazy Horse were running high, um, and there is there is some footage of a fight Crazy Horse over between Neil and the band over I believe Neil's new song Name of Love, which, as we know, ended up on American Dream in 1988, but Neil actually wrote it around 1987, and there is footage of a performance of Name of Love in Muddy Track because Neil did it on tour. And the first time the first time I had seen Muddy Track, it was I had read about it, but like Journey Through the Past, before it, I had read about it, but I had always wanted to see it, and so I got a chance to see it, and then I obtained a better copy of it a couple like last year, and it it is even better than the first time I saw it. It's only about an hour and maybe 13 minutes long. It's not a very long movie, but and the fight or the scene where the horse is kind of arguing over what appears to be the song Name of Love can actually, portions of that scene were used in Year of the Horse in '96, and I always thought it was cool that I got to see the whole scene now because it's it was kind of taken out of context in Year of the Horse because you don't know what came before it, came before that part. And, upon viewing, having known the background on the Landing on Water and Life tours, I felt so bad for Neil and the band because they were trying so hard and they weren't getting any response or very little help from the record company. And during this time, some shows were canceled over in Europe, and there's a scene at the beginning of of Muddy Track where the horse is playing down by the river. I believe, I want to say in Germany somewhere, and there's tear gas canisters going off all over the place. And while the band was playing, but Neil and the guys just kept on playing, and so I felt really bad for Neil and the guys because it was a really rough tour, and all they were trying to do was play music, and so and if you want to, it's really cool because if you want to know what life on the road with Neil Young is like, watch this movie and you won't be disappointed. I give it 5 stars.